Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in, y'all. What's going on, y'all? Get on in here, get on in here. We are here again. Thank y'all for joining us. We're going to be talking about Tommy, okay? Power Book Force. Oh, Lord. This was quite an episode, y'all. Money, power, powder, powder. I like that intro song. This is a solid episode for me. I like this one. What you thought about it, EJ?
I thought it was a pretty good episode. This was a good episode to me. I liked it. I really did.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. What's up, everybody? Hey, Moochie.
Hey,
I hope
Moochie
you
Boo Boo,
feel better.
we
I miss
miss
you up
you.
here. Yes. We
We
need
miss
that
you.
out.
Look, we miss you. I'm gonna say it for you because we didn't get a chance to say it on the last one. Hit the like, hit the share, put us up in that algorithm. Okay,
Okay.
hold on, because I'm missing something. Why I can't say the whole thing? Hit the like, hit the share, put us up in that algorithm. It's something right there. She gonna type it in the thing in a second. I just want to say, ow. That's my favorite part.
Renee Beckham, what's up?
Hey,
Kendall, thank
Renee.
you for being here. Appreciate you.
Ow. That's my favorite part, Moochie.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's what it is. Anywho, share, put
Matthew
us up in that
Wilson, thank you
algorithm.
for popping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, y'all, this was definitely some interesting things going on in this episode. Yeah, we started out first and foremost with your boy Jannard over here drooling, leaning to the side, got that lean on,
Okay, I got that ugly cry.
hallucinating and all kinds of foolishness and foolery, Lord. Child, I didn't put up that other picture because that's just triggering for me with him seeing little K hanging. But Detective DeFranco is on the case. I actually like this guy. I like the fact that he be on it. He already, got his ears to the streets, be working, be getting whatever knowledge he needs to get pretty quick, fast, and in a hurry. And we was kind of worried about grandma being as though she said, she could identify that cauliflower ear, but grandma says she ain't talking to the popo.
Mm-mm. She's like, she ain't snitching out in these streets. I guess that was just her way of, trying to scare him. Okay, there we go. Hit the like, hit the
Yes.
share, put us up in that algorithm and holla at your girl. Ow.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yes.
I got you,
Hmm.
Mochi. I got you, girl. I almost got it.
Yeah, so I do like him, but the rest of these cops, I don't know, because later on we start seeing that Tracy be into some funny, Stacy rather be into some funny things. But
Mm.
what you thought about this meetup between Tommy and Maria?
I love it.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Listen, I love me some Tommy, and I just want him to find somebody that he can really vibe with because I didn't like what's her name for him. I can't think of what her name, Keisha. I didn't
Oh,
like Tommy
Keisha.
for him. Like I didn't, and Gloria was just a jump off. It wasn't like a real thing.
Hmm.
So I just want him to find somebody, and I instantly like the character Maria. Like I instantly like her for Tommy because she knows about the game, she knows everything per se, but yet she still tries to live this separate life. It's just interesting how their worlds are going to kind of intertwine, and then the fact that she's Miguel's sister. Oh my goodness, it's gonna get
Hmm.
interesting. But to answer your question, I love this idea of them together.
Okay, okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about her yet, but I knew that they was gonna have that coming around time, even though she kept trying to front and act like, she, stay away from me type of thing. Walter and Paulie. You got anything to say about this whole
Man, Walter is trash. Paulie just needs to go ahead and get out while he can because Walter just he's so disrespectful and he thinks he thinks one thing, but I'm like, dude, like you seriously are not that guy. Like when it's all said and done, like you just not. And you take somebody who's been loyal to you, who's been there for you, who probably keep your secrets, like all of this, just treat them any kind of way. He's sitting up there telling him like how that's gonna make him look like, dude, you in a situation. And if he can help with the situation, then let him help with the situation. Like I just don't understand people sometimes.
Yeah.
He can go for me. He can
You
go.
know, Kendall, normally I would agree with this because it seems like anybody that's around Tommy that he gets involved with, they end up going. So before we started seeing the show, I kind of felt like, girl, you in danger. You don't want to be away, nowhere around Tommy. And then to make it even worse is that, of course, that whole part of her brother being in the life and Tommy actually doing business with him, and that's already supposed to be a way that he could get taken out. But for some reason, I don't think it's gonna go the way that it's been typically going. Maybe not, as fast. I don't know, but we might get a little mixed up there. I'm curious to see because I feel like it's more to her story and more to Mr. I when it comes to her as well.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Renee says Walter has got to go. I think he is going soon, y'all. And I don't know if I'm happy about that. Even though Walter has been annoying me, I've said this before. I can't remember where it was at, but I feel like they're really not utilizing his character in the way that they should be. Like one of the things I wanted to see for this season was him just coming out the gate going hard because we had to wait so long season 2 for him to really pop off. And I feel like they kind of not utilizing him as much, but maybe that's just me.
No, I think you're right because it feels like every time we're supposed to have a big bad, they're never big bad enough. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't go hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Like Walter is supposed to be running things. Like you're supposed to be that guy, but you're not acting like that guy.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they could use his character so much better. I mean, if to be honest, he could have came off offing people left and right, and I would have been like, oh yeah. But
yeah.
That's not what he did.
Definitely.
The best thing he did was flex on what's her name? Claire. What's her name? The daughter.
Oh, Chloe.
Yeah, that's the best thing he did so far this season, and that was his daughter. So
right.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely. Matthew Wilson said Paulie has his best interest in heart, but he did go behind Walter back. Yeah, true, but I feel like sometimes he be trying to save Walter from himself. I mean, it may not be the best thing to do, okay, but I definitely feel like he be looking out for him. I think we all know that this is gonna be somebody else that Diamond gonna be, clapping. That ain't we seen the eyes.
Okay, Diamond been knocking them boots. Okay,
yes.
I said Diamond is getting it in. Every time we look up, Diamond is up in something.
That's what he does seem to do best. I don't know. And it was so funny when she first walked in and was asking for him. Everybody got quiet and all pointed to him like, there you go.
Okay.
Was a little nervous, like, what she want? But once he found out that it was Leon's mother, and Leon looked like, why am I here? He just didn't even want to be bothered.
Hey, Monique 69
Oh, God.
So, Pocket De Niro.
What's up, Pocket full of De Niro? Thanks for coming through. Monique 69 ways in the building. So as far as these cops, what you think about them? Because I just finished saying how much DeFranco, I actually like him, and I don't usually like too many of the cops in these shows.
Yeah, he's the only one I like.
Yeah.
Like I'm just keeping it real. Like I like him for some reason. I don't want to like the cops in these shows because we're supposed to be rooting for the for the other people on the opposite end of the cops. However, I do like him. I like how real he is. But the rest of these cops could really go. I mean, I ain't got nothing against this black dude right here. I ain't got nothing against him just yet. But Stacy, she already done rubbed me the wrong way. Oh, girl, that's been taking these pictures. I'm like, stop taking pictures of my boy. So I don't know. Usually these cops don't ever, they don't ever end well for them. Like they always taking L's. But I don't know. These with DeFranco, they seem like they might be a little better. I'm
Yeah.
chilling.
I really thought that Tommy was gonna notice and see her out here with this big lens on his damn camera when they was driving past. I felt like he was looking right at her, but apparently not. And I know they had already put out the clip as far as Maria with the driving, and I was like, was she lying when she said she didn't know how to drive? Like I was already asking that because I was like, child, it took me a minute to get comfortable behind that wheel. All of a sudden she was ready to go zooming off. I mean, she did tell him later, I might have exaggerated. I had a few more lessons, but really, we racing trains. Like that's
Girl.
why I said it's probably more to her story than meets the eye.
Cause she might have actually been down with her brother and them, and then something changed. You know what I'm saying? Like because that. I mean, she could have been part of the
Mm-hmm.
family business, and then she decided to go a different route. I don't know. I always feel like there's another story
Mm-hmm.
when people seem too good for some reason. It does feel like it might be something else that we don't know about. Not necessarily saying that would make them bad.
Right.
It just feels like there's just something.
Matthew Wilson said he'll be the stepdaddy. So you think it's gonna become a serious relationship? I don't know. So y'all, EJ, what the hell did you think with this? First of all, it's to the point where Jannard, aka Junkie Jannard, aka Snuffleupagus, is out here sniffing in front of everybody every chance he get. He ain't even trying to hide it no more. And then you pouring all this baby powder in here. This ain't even Johnson and Johnson, even though Johnson and Johnson had a lawsuit. But this some no frill baby powder. I have never ever ever saw a baby powder be used, and he was just pouring like dumping it in heavy.
Girl, I was like, dude, I think you're a little too high. It's like I don't know how you supposed to cut these drugs, but I'm pretty sure what you doing ain't it. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw Franklin, mix it up. We saw Franklin taught us how you supposed to do it, but I don't feel like this is it. Whatever we got going on with this, and why are you smoking on your own supply? Why are you sniffing your own supply? I don't understand that. Like that's like drug 101 or something.
Yeah.
Like do not partake of your own supply. And definitely if you the leader, don't let your people see you doing this. Like
Right. I mean, like normally you would maybe go hide and go to the bathroom, something, pretend. He was like, no pretending at all. And of course, he getting these texts that's like, where you at? Where you at? Time's running out. TikTok, TikTok. But I didn't know we was gonna make it a whole date thing. I thought it was just a driving lesson. Like we get a little stroll in the zoo and everything. But we talking about kids and whether we want kids or we like kids, whatever. But any thoughts on this?
nah, this is not gonna end well, but I like it so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna end well.
Kendall said, yeah, Maria was lying. So now I'm wondering what else are you withholding exactly? And Monique 69 Ways says, I'm side eyeing Maria 1 minute. She don't want nothing to do with Tommy, and now she want to be in Tommy for exactly. Yeah, what was the big turnaround? I mean, Tommy ain't say or do nothing too special at this point. I'm just saying.
At all.
But of course he notices that somebody watching him and he go to the bathroom. What did you think about this whole thing with
Listen, I'm
Rojas?
always for somebody unaliving somebody in these shows. Let me phrase
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm always for Tommy because I feel like Tommy needs to like it just ain't forced or it ain't Tommy rather if he not unaliving somebody. And as soon as I saw dude eyeing him, I was like, bro, you about to go. You was about to go. You short lived and it's over. But the
Mm-hmm.
simple fact that there's a hierarchy of things, and not everybody always gets the memo when certain stuff happen. And clearly, dude was a victim of not getting the memo that Rojas was now doing business with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you even inserting yourself if you don't know that something has changed? Like, I guess I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it why
Mm-hmm.
you had to go and sign your death warrant that day.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense to me. I mean, Tommy even tried to be kind of nice from the start of it. Like, yo, dude, we kind of made a truce and we all working together. You ain't get the memo, you don't know about it. And he still came at him. But at the same time, this guy looks young. I actually, when we kept seeing like this from the preview, thought it was going to be something in reference to D-Mac. I didn't think it was going to be like one of Rojas people coming to him or something. And it was like he could have beat him up and tossed him in the trash like nothing. The fact that he gutted him like a fish, I said, yo, Tommy, seriously, did you really have to do all of that? It was, oh God. And then he come out telling Maria like, oh, sorry, we gonna have to have a rain check. You know, I got some business to handle. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Kendall said that's then going upward. Yeah, it was brutal. It
Oh
was
yeah,
so
that
extra.
was.
I felt like that was a Michael Myers takeout.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a victim or did he just ignore the memo? Yeah, that's true too. Support gaming said he killed that dude for no reason. And Patty said he didn't have a chance. He really didn't. I mean, everybody else know Tommy damn name, so I don't know why he didn't. That was the wrong move. So now we get over to D-Mac. I mean, yeah, D-Mac. He finally outside in the streets. He reconnected with Marshall. Marshall saying how great things is going with CBI. And, you know, I was kind of surprised that Marshall even seemed like he was trying to tell him, like, nah, you know, you good being out. Like, they telling you the right thing by telling you that. But, you know, of course, D-Mac is just like, you know, he ready to be back out there. That's all he know. So, what did you think about this whole part?
No, it was cute. You know, it was cute. I was just like, oh, okay, D Mac out here, but now he gonna try to be extra to try to get this girl attention. Don't do nothing stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not do nothing crazy. But it was cute.
Yeah, we already see where it's going because she likes guys with money. So now that's even more reason why I gotta be in the streets so I can have some money to be able to, you know, flex with her. I guess. I guess.
Mm-mm.
Now, this annoyed me because I just was giving Vic credit last week. I was okay with him, you know, setting up the races and taking out the races. I was here for it. But it's like every time him and Claudia sit down to talk, and y'all know she just annoys my spirit anyway. It's like literally the thing, and you say every time, like, oh, you're just like Da, you're just like Da. They are, but they both know how to manipulate him to whatever they want him to do. So the same way you sitting here trying to talk crap and be like, oh no, I got him now, I'm taking him down from the inside out. It only took 2 seconds for Claudia to be able to send him down a rabbit hole because it's like, oh, go look what he did to Gloria's bar and then come back and tell me, like, both of them play him. He acts stupid for both of them. I can't.
They
So all the points that he just was given was taken right back for me. But how did you feel about this whole thing?
girl, same. I'm just like, ugh. Every time I think for like a second, I'm gonna like, okay, I'm gonna give Vic a chance. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know, Vic might not be as bad as I think he is, and then he just do stuff like this, and you just be like,
Support
okay,
Gaming
never
always got jokes. I can't with you. He said, legend says that if Vic says Gloria name 3 times, she'll come back to life.
mind. Okay.
Oh man, so yeah, that was just like whatever. And then of course it was so funny because you just asked about him when we was up here last week, EJ. I thought about you soon as I saw this scene, and I'm like, because even last week I think I had stepped on vacation for a minute. And I'm like, after you said that, I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, they pretty much have been closing out all of the other, you know, things from season 1. Like we saw even just the text from the chick that was messing with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw that Dahlia was out of it. So I'm like, it wouldn't make sense that we would have heard at least something happen with him. So now we see that he's freaking still popping up and acting like a damn fiend and wanting money. I'm sorry, but he was giving me fiend energy.
Yes,
So
I said the same thing. I was like, man, that's some dope fiend stuff right here. This is not no
mhm,
I'm just trying to shake you for money. This like I got a problem now.
right.
Weird.
And of course Tommy peeps it. What did you think about this whole thing?
I was just like, dang, Diamond, you better come clean. Tommy is crazy as hell. Like, he will take your ass out. So I'm gonna need you to just come clean and tell him what's going on because Tommy will act and then think about it later. There's just no rationale with him. Like, this is not the person that you want to get on their bad side. And although I ain't saying Diamond is no punk or nothing like that, but I am saying that Tommy will react quicker. Diamond is all about kumbaya, and
Mhm.
Tommy is about let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that he should he at this moment he just needs to come clean is what I was thinking. But I thought Seamus was a clown, to be honest. Like the fact that you're still trying to shake him down for money over somebody that first of all
Right.
not even gone, like they still living. I mean, on the flip side of that, the person could be gone, but they not. Yes, they are not going to have a great quality of life, but they the one who chose to take them drugs. Like, let's not put everything on him. He said that when he figured out it was a bad batch, he pulled it off the street, and it's a lot of
Right.
people who wouldn't. We saw that in last episode. Dude was trying to put
Mhm.
out a bad batch of drugs just so he
Right.
couldn't lose money. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
that's what annoys me about him. It annoyed me with him in the first season. You acted high and mighty, but you didn't have a problem with working for the Flynn's. And I think that's what really threw Tommy off too. Initially, is like, wait a minute, wasn't that the guy that was down with the Flynn's? Like, what the hell is he doing coming in here? You know what I'm saying, to talk to you. And so, how are you high and mighty, but you ain't have a problem working with them? So I kind of didn't feel like it was really a reason for Diamond to lie, but I guess he just figured like I'll take the care of this on my own. I'm thinking that he thought that Tommy would probably just off the guy and he was trying to avoid from him being off. But Tommy at the same time was withholding information too because he know that his behind was told that he not supposed to be around Maria. So he left that part of it completely out. And then he's also thinking like, oh, they know about the body that I just took out in the daggone
yeah.
bathroom. So I thought it was funny because they both was kind of withholding, but that story that Diamond gave Tommy was like that sound didn't even sound right. That was like you could have made up a better lie than that. Oh, he wanted to know about free haircuts on the Sunday. I was like, really? And then of course Vic takes his dingy behind here to the bar. Any thoughts on that?
Girl, none at all. Stupid, stupid, stupid about this doggone picture. Like, why you didn't get
Yeah,
the picture a long time ago? I mean, Gordon had
right.
been gone for a minute. You could have been got that picture. And now that your sister sent you over here, now you want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about a picture, like, and then you say you forget this bar, you don't care about this bar. Like, Vic, just I'm like, Inga, can you get off my screen, please?
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't really make sense to me at all. So of course we get to this conversation with Tommy and D Mac. I mean, they already pretty much have showed this in the preview. This was funny to me though. Tommy was smacking down on that ice cream. He's still enjoying that ice cream.
Mhm.
And as soon as D Mac said that, he put that ice cream down quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I'm like,
uh,
D-Mac don't know who he playing with. And why would you say that out of all the stuff that you can say, knowing that CBI and treason is split down the middle and knowing
mm-hmm.
that Uncle Tommy is working with CBI, why would you even fix your mouth to say that? Because you think Uncle Tommy is a joke and you do not know that he will have your ass dangling from the top of a damn building if you keep playing with him. Like, you better go
Mm-hmm.
ask Tariq about Uncle Tommy.
Exactly. Yep. I was saying that same thing. Kendall says I never cared for Bennigan in that here. Yes, he needed to be sitting down in that barber chair and getting a damn cut. That hair looked ridiculous.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. Like he definitely don't know. You know, of course, him and Tommy are still kind of building this relationship, so he don't know all about that part. And he just look at it like, oh, I could be useful, and you know, you out there anyway. What's the big deal if I get out there? But you know, Tommy is trying to do do as I say, not as I do thing, and trying to keep him out of it. But that ain't really working. We know that don't go well. It didn't even go well with Tariq when he held his behind off the damn roof. So you know. Of course, he gets to see that the block is hot and the cops is out here basically arresting up everybody. And then we had Paulie basically go have this conversation with what's his name again? Doyle Brandon.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm, thought
Yeah.
anything about that? I mean, it seems like they actually have a lot of respect for Paulie.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I noticed that they have more respect for him than they do for actual Walter
Mm-hmm.
Quinn. And that may be his real issue at the end of the day is look how highly he talked about him in that scene where he spills the beans about Polly
Mm-hmm.
coming. He talked about
Yeah.
him so highly. I felt like that was more of Walter's issue because people do respect him. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you give respect, you get respect. And sometimes disrespectful people get disrespect, and that's how Walter
Mm-hmm.
is. So I thought that this was dope that Polly would even put himself in a position to come to somebody knowing that he could probably get it done because the fact that he
Right.
knew that he could go and ask him for this shows that he knows that he's probably respected and that I thought it was I thought that Polly did the right thing. I understand that Walter didn't want him to do it, but at the end of the day, if he thinks that they're friends, he thinks that they're
Mm-hmm.
family. And this is what you do for family when it comes down to it. Even if they don't necessarily want you to do it, sometimes you make decisions and you try to do something for the better. I'm not saying it's always right, but at the same
Right.
time, I don't feel like this was a bad decision. I thought he did the right thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm sorry, but this was the comment that made me laugh. Y'all be having some jokes in these comments, boy. Ben again was mad because he bought that baby powder pack from Janan and taking it out on time. And listen,
Okay.
he definitely was giving me them vibes that he out there using that stuff too. Okay, so but yeah, y'all. So like I said, so far DeFranco seems like he's getting info fast. At this point, he has now got who Maria is because they didn't really know who the girl Tommy was driving with at first. They crazy happy because it's like, oh, that's Miguel's sister. We could use that. And on top of that, right behind him getting that information, he gets the information on the chick, of course, that Tommy saved in season one with that DJ situation. And when I saw that in the preview, I was like, what, we bringing that back? So, like I said, I do like how they kind of closing up tying up loose ends from the first season because I wasn't expecting to be seeing this chick no more.
Mm-mm.
Um, and so he's getting all that information, and Stacy was looking real happy about that. What do you think about this whole thing?
You know what? Stacy is trash. You know what I'm saying? Love Dre, hate Stacy. That's how this works.
Right.
Because at the end of the and I was like, me and my husband were talking about this because I was like, I wonder why she didn't recognize Tommy. And then my husband was like, she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't trying to recognize Tommy. He said Tommy
Mm-hmm.
helped her, so she wasn't gonna
Right.
tell on him. And I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even really think about that because I'm like, why she out here just straight? She trying to get out of a situation, but yet she wasn't willing to give Tommy up because Tommy is not
Mm-hmm.
somebody that you just forget. Like he's not a forgettable face.
Right.
So I felt like she knew exactly who he was. She just wasn't going to give him up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the fact that Stacy was, trying to coax her and pointing at the photos, I said, see, this is why people be just, sometimes not thinking that cops are always great because they be
Yeah.
doing shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, we also seeing there's more to Stacy's story because when we first was getting the introduction, and even when he got mad with her, like, yo, what are you doing? This could cost me my job, and at this point, you could cost our marriage because you playing games and you did this on purpose. And then we start seeing she got a political, ulterior motive there as well. Because I was thinking at first, like, oh, CPD or whatever their names was, probably don't want to be down with her. Yeah, they was mentioning the lawsuit, so she probably goes, hard about maybe the cops doing different assaults and things of that nature or whatever. But now it's like, wait a minute, Stacey, you got some griminess with you too, with her sitting here trying to point her damn fingers over the picture. And he was basically like, nah, we don't do that here. Like he called her out on it. He really seemed like he's, by the book. So I was like, that's interesting because I didn't see that coming with her.
yeah, me neither. I really didn't. And that's what made me respect DeFranco so much more is that he just ain't about that bull. You know what I'm saying? Like if he gonna
Mm-hmm.
get you, he gonna get you the right way. So far from what we see.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we see from him thus far. So shoot. I like
Yeah.
this guy. I don't want him to
Yes,
get Tommy,
definitely.
but I like him.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, I like the way he moved. Yeah, I remember Moochie. I don't know if you was talking about with her because at first you was saying like, well, what was the big issue? I didn't see what the problem was, but then when we finding out she running for mayor and she over here just trying to get this task force and be able to blow up and bring in whoever to kind of up her status is starting to make a lot more sense. And then with her
Mhm.
showing her the Tommy picture, and I do feel like she just said she didn't recognize him because he saved her life at the end of the day.
And
The
she looked him
question
dead
is,
in the eyes. How
yeah,
she knew who Vic was, and she didn't look Vic dead in the eye. She
right,
looked Tommy dead in the eye because he bent down
hmm
right in her face.
exactly, yeah. The question is, do y'all think that Vic is gonna say anything if he's brought in about this? Like, do you think he's gonna be trying to throw Tommy under the bus?
I don't think so. If
I don't
anything,
think
I
so
figure like
either.
he'll try to figure out a way to throw his daddy under the bus. But now, but now I really don't think that he gonna throw anybody under the bus.
So of course we get this whole thing with D Max seeing her again and her friends saying he dropped out of school, don't be bothered with him, whoopty whoopty woo, and her telling D Mac that he needed to go take the shave them damn dreads off. I didn't really like that me personally, but he said he got money to take out to the movies. You had any thoughts or feelings on this?
I don't like them dreads either, but it ain't up to you to tell him to cut them. But I don't like them, but I get it.
hmm Yeah, I guess I just didn't like the way she said it, and.
Hmm.
And of course, we knew this was happening with him, training him. And, do you think this is going to become stepdaddy? Or you think it's just.
Now I think that they about to put them two together. I don't know. It just doesn't seem fitting that Diamond is out here just knocking boots with all these people. It doesn't really seem like it's his character to me.
Mm-hmm.
From what we've seen of him from last season, and then in
Mm-hmm.
this season, you just throw him into this. I'm
Yeah,
just doing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it just feels a little off. So
Oh,
I think
yeah, yeah, Moochie. I
putting him in
remember
a
that.
relationship would be the right thing. I said, would her overzealous behavior ruin this case? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I could see that because what she just did could definitely potentially get the case thrown out. Like you can't just throw Tommy in the mix and be trying to hint and show her like, oh, this guy right here, this is who you should be picking. So just by her having that behavior, definitely she would ruin the case, even though she's trying to go so hard to make it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Um, I guess I mean, on one hand, this is a smart move. I don't like this chick, but I can give credit where credit is due. She's playing everybody against everybody, and that aspect is smart. But other than that, do we really care that she went to Merkovich? Like, is Merkovich even doing anything right now? Like, what did you think about this whole thing?
Markovich he is in the middle of a war with Miguel, in theory. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
they definitely got something going on right now. So I just I don't know. I mean, yes, on one hand, it was a good play to try to, turn them, to play people against each other. So I'm not gonna say that it was a bad play, but with
Mm-hmm.
Claudia, none of her plays actually pan
Right.
out. Like nothing that she does actually works. So does she have some good ideas? Yes, but is she able to execute most of them? No. Every
mm-hmm.
time her idea involves somebody else having to execute it,
Right.
like like for the follow through. So her ideas have no follow through because she can't do them. It just
Yeah.
so it don't matter.
Yeah, I thought it was smart but dumb that she said, "Oh, see beyond treason, they not really separated. They just telling you that they really been in on it together this whole time and building even bigger projects and just not putting you in on it." I mean, when he tells his man to go check that out, his man is gonna know that was bullcrap. So it was like you may have held that off for a minute. And to be honest, I don't really see, and I've said this before. I think when we was on live or in my review or both. so far, Merkovich have not been taking any wins himself. He haven't really been showing no big great power because only thing he been doing is running around here bullying damn Jannard. Like, what else have we seen him doing? I'm just saying, like, but I was like, I guess, girl, she gonna try to get her wins anywhere that she can.
This part though.
Uh
This
Break this down, EJ. I was about to say Moochie.
girl, yeah.
Shout
Moochie
out
is
to
definitely
Moochie.
I can like hear her in my head when some of this pop up. I'd be like, Moochie probably would say this. But yeah. So Jannard is gonna get here to pick up the money because we know that he is pressed for money as it is. And then they're gonna have a conversation. And when it's all said and done, some of the main parts that stood out to me in this particular part was, for one thing, Shanti is not dumb. Shanti peeps game really good, and that's what I like about her. It's like I have this bittersweet thing with her. Like I like her, but at the same time, she over there riding with Jannard, and I just know that that's a sinking ship, and I just want her to jump off. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want her to get off right now because this is not going to end well. Because I feel like at some point somebody usually is a sacrifice, and I just feel like she might be that one trying to be down with him, but she definitely knows that something is up. She asked about, I guess maybe his pupils or something must didn't look right, because she could definitely tell that he was on something. But I like how she played it. I like how she played it cool. She played it smart. She actually played it like she didn't know anything and like everything was good when she knew that it wasn't. So this is going to be interesting to see how this is going to go, because she was riding hard for old boy, but he about to let her down.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Shanti really seems like she's just down for Jannard. I don't know what the heck it is, but she thinks Jannard is the best thing since cooked rice, and she's all in. It did definitely crack me up though that she was like, "You on that stuff?" Like she knew immediately. I don't know if she tasted something on his lips from the kiss, or she, like you said, saw something with the pupils, but she definitely noticed something. And of course, he wanted to play with her intelligence and be like, "No, I'm just tired. What are you talking about?" And I doubt very much that she believed that, but she definitely did play it smart. Um, Support Gaming said, "What if Paulie dies this season and not Walter?" That would be interesting. I don't think so, but then again, I could see a situation where Walter would give his life to protect Paulie. Like, to me, Walter has proved that he really cares about I mean, yeah, Paulie has proved that he really cares about Walter, and he would sacrifice himself for him or those kids at the end of the day, regardless how Walter may have took him not following his orders or whatever, at the
Yeah.
last part. But I could see him jumping in front of a bullet for him.
And Shanti told him not to take out Lil K, and then when he confessed
Mm-hmm.
that he had to take out Lil K, that was
Mm-hmm.
another thing. Like she know right now that he is not on. She know that he owns something and that something is off with him. So that's
Yeah.
why she played it the way that she played it,
Yeah, she
and that's
definitely played it smart. She just took a breath and was like, "All right, yeah, whatever you say, you right,
like
you
I'm
right."
tripping. It's me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just scared. Like my bad.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So of course we have Walter. He done got this club going. It was a whole lot going on in that daggone club, honey.
Too much.
Uh, and he got the money up. And Brandon, I felt like he was being messy. On the one hand, I feel like he do have that respect for Paulie, but I also felt like he was being messy and he knew what he was doing and what he was saying when he threw it out there. Like, wow, you shocked me. You came up with the money, but at the same time, Paulie actually came and dropped off some money for me to give you extra time, and it was like, of course, right then that pissed off Walter. Like, what did you think about this? I know we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I feel the same way you feel. I felt like Brendan Doyle was being he was being a little extra, on purpose. Just letting it be known because he didn't have to, because I feel like he should have known to a certain extent that
Mm-hmm.
that he that Walter didn't know that Polly came to him. Like
Right.
that wasn't a Walter sent Polly to you type of
Yeah,
conversation.
definitely.
So you did this
Definitely.
as although you have respect for Polly, you wanted to kind of throw this in Walter's face that, oh, somebody
Mm-hmm.
had to come and try to get time for you, but yeah, you seem to pull it off. Like it was like a fu moment, like I can't believe you pulled it
Mm-hmm.
off. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was being messy. And of course, we have Jannard come over here to Miguel. What you thought about this, EJ?
Jamal
Break this.
I said Jannard stay getting jacked up. Like every time I turn around, Jannard is out here getting jacked up. Like at this point, why don't we just go back and get back with treason, and let's just not treason with CBI and call it a day. Let's just cancel treason and get back with CBI and call it a day. But I thought it was interesting that they pan in on the medicine, the way that they did, the way
Mm-hmm.
they lay it down, and I feel like it's gonna come back into play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your people who you are in bed with don't need to know your weaknesses, especially when they have the potential to be an enemy. And Jannard is someone that is someone that he sells to, so that you're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody always wants to move that person out of the way so you can move up to the next level. So I feel like him knowing this is gonna come back at some point. I just don't know
Mm-hmm.
when, where,
Yeah.
how, what, but it will.
Yeah, from the first time they showed her coming to give him this injection, I think most of us was feeling like, okay, they didn't show that for, no reason. This is a weakness that Miguel has, and it was a matter of who was going to find out about it first. Now, it was funny to me that Maria essentially kind of saved Janar's life at this point by her walking in. And then she's just like, go ahead then, do it yourself and leave it there. So he sees her, he sees the needles. And the fact that Jannar was still trying to smile and play it off when he first came in, then they got him in the chokehold. But Miguel ends it off with, oh, we was just joking and fixing his collar. I was just like, are we for real right now? Renee Beckham said, I thought Paulie said it was between them. He did. So we already know that you know, Brandon was being phony as hell and trying to stir the pot. Support Gaming says CBI splits into 4 sections: 1 CBI, 2 treason, 3 betrayal, and 4 Uncle Tommy School. Listen, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised at that either, because
Okay.
these people, none of them really have it together at the end of the day.
Who gonna be in betrayal?
Yeah. Janara, now knowing Miguel is diabetic, is going to be an issue. Yeah. I mean, listen, if Jannar can get it together to be able to use that, that's definitely good information to know. So, of course,
Exactly.
Tommy just basically sees Diamond once again. Tommy, throughout this episode, between him seeing the cops arrest, between the first time that he's seen Diamond with him, now you seeing him again in the car. It was really like Tommy was just everywhere. It was like, I see you, I see you.
Okay. Tommy with the pop-ups.
Down in that tunnel and confronting him and all of that, I figured it wasn't nothing gonna happen to damn Diamond anyway. But it was like, why did we even have to come to this point? Why was we lying, to begin with?
Yeah, it just
What
wasn't
we going through
necessary.
the snitch. I think you should know by now that Diamond is not a snitch, but I mean,
Exactly. And it just wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary it wasn't necessary for Diamond to lie about what he lied about.
mm-hmm,
What Tommy lied about, I mean, I'm still on the fence about that one, because that one
mm-hmm.
has a lot more potential, to wreck some stuff. But what Diamond got going on was a situation where Tommy probably could have helped him, where they probably could have came up
Mm-hmm.
with a way to ice the situation the way that they do.
Right.
When it actually comes out, I'm like, if we had just did this from the beginning, we got to have trust. And then once you lose trust, it's hard to get trust back, So why
Mm-hmm.
start putting little doubts into somebody's mind when you can just tell them the truth? Like, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't no snitch. Just tell them what it is. Somebody is
Right.
literally blackmailing you and,
Mm-hmm.
got you bent over right now. So
Yeah, Kendall, I agree. It's amazing that no one ever sees Tommy. I mean, Tommy is bright white walking around, but just because he put a hood on or a hat on, which he all of a sudden now doing, I am happy to at least see him do that. That's supposed to be his shield. Nobody can see him. That because I thought at one point when DeFranco was arresting the guys and he walked up that DeFranco would kind of look up and see him there, but he didn't. The only times that I think they actually surprised me in terms of people kind of getting over on him for at least a minute where he didn't realize it was the cops taking the pictures when he was driving past and how the cops was even able to get his fingerprints off the car in the first place, because I just knew Tommy was going to walk out when she was doing that and be like, what the hell are you doing? Now, do we
right,
think she going to last? Is it going to be a time when he going to catch her? Probably so. But
absolutely.
she's been fortunate like the last two times. So of course he gives him like the bag with the phones. I thought this was smart. We're gonna have to keep changing phones. Now we actually have a game plan as far as, you know, seeing what's going on and why would there be any type of investigations on us, and talking to this damn cop and seeing if we can't come to some resolution with him. And we also get this text from Maria that's basically saying like, got your address, see you there. I was like, what? I don't let people just pop up at my house, but Tommy seemed like he got a sore spot for Maria, so he didn't have no problem with that. And now we getting down to the nitty gritty of treason with them walking in, looking for little K and Snuffleupagus once again sniffing on up right in front of everybody. Break this down, EJ. What did you think
Man,
about this?
this right here took the cake for me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I said if Jannard don't sit his drugged up behind down somewhere, this when you know that you got a problem. When you start just doing
Mhm.
stuff in front of people, when you like he just like I personally don't think that Jannard has the respect of his crew at all. Like, I think that they have no respect for him whatsoever, regardless of all the years that he put
Mhm.
in. At this moment, what has transpired and has happened, everything that's happened, they literally lose respect for him each and every, it feels like every time we see them together. They
Mhm.
they care more about little K and avenging his death when they find out that he's dead, because they're gonna find out right here.
Mhm.
They care more about that than what you got going on. And usually, when a person is in a leadership role like this, you can pretty much dead that like real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But he couldn't. Instead, it ends up in a fight. It ends up with them walking away, you losing more soldiers. Like, all of this stuff was just crazy. And the biggest part was like, you literally have let another person see you on this stuff. Lil K saw you, the other dude saw you. Now all of them see you. Like, it's a lot of them up in there. I just
Mhm.
don't get it. Like, Jannard is just, he is going down. Like, he is a sinking ship.
Yeah, Kendall said that the DA agent Hardwick have a warrant to get those prints, or was none not needed of probable cause. To be honest, I don't know. All I remember, I doubt they had any warrants. All I remember her saying is, "We need to know who this person is. Get their prints. Y'all not coming up with nothing. That's not acceptable. We need that now." So, and seeing the way that Stacy moves, I doubt very much
Mhm.
that she had any type of warrants for anything. She probably just was like, y'all go and do it, and that's that. Because she just seemed like she trying to get this any means, and it don't matter which way it is. Yeah, my take on this, I agree with what you were saying. It was some funny parts to me. The fact that he was sniffing this stuff right in front of all of them, and he was like, damn, you on that shit? You using your own supply? Like, what the hell is going on here? And the fact that he's like, yo, I done spoke to little K grandmother, and I know, that for a fact that you called him for a ride last night, and Jannard was sitting there trying to lie about it at first, like, oh, well, he must have went and, got it in with some chick. I don't know what happened, fell asleep, and it happens sometime. And I went and I saw my chick, so I never heard nothing from him. And then it went from that to the guy seeing, like, wait a minute, they just said they found little gay body by the trash. To him admitting it, and of course, like you said, them fighting. Now, I'm no Jannard fan, never have been, and I probably will never be, but I did kind of somewhat give him credit for being honest. Like, listen, it was me. At this point, it ain't no sense of us lying. And I was like, okay, Jannard, but you know how people that when they hollering that stuff, they be having that super strength too, because my man was fighting everybody. He was like, I don't give a damn. Like, they was trying to jump him. And he was holding his own with them. So I was like, okay, Jannard, I see you. Then, of course, he went to his training day, monologue. And the funniest part for me, the line of the night, was when Homeboy said, this is treasonous. I said, really? You a part of a damn... The name of y'all is treason, but now you keep this is too much for you. Now we getting treasonous. I said, come on now, really? Like, if he's against his brother, supposedly, because half the time they really ain't against each other, and he split from him, what the hell you think he gonna do with you when it's all said and done? So are we really shocked?
That part.
That had me cracking up. I'm not even gonna lie. That is a mess. And of course, we got Walter and his feelings. He all drunk out here in the streets, and I think he made a mistake with this. And like I said, I think Paulie will still end up trying to come and have his back. What you think?
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly, 100%. Paulie will still try to help him, but he definitely made a mistake with this. Is probably the only person that really, truly still got his best interest at heart, and that he probably can wholeheartedly 100% trust. Both of his kids are out to get him, so it's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely knew he was lying. I mean, it wasn't hard to tell. That's why I was like, you might as well come on out and spill the beans, because it didn't make no sense. And when it's all said and done, even if you don't, like the way he did it, I mean, when it came down to it, little K had to go. Chewy had to go. Like, they had to go. Just, he was not going to be able to stay around.
Yeah.
Now we got this chick again. I can't stand to see her face. I'm sorry. Just looking at her face here, I want to punch it. But, of course, now she's saying, we got to take out Doc. What do you think about this, EJ?
I just don't like Claudia. Like, now you want to take him out. That's what we doing. The minute Di say that she can run something, she'll be right back on his good side. If I'm Vic, I'm running from her. Like, ain't no way in the world I'm with you on this. The
fact that he gets suckered in, and the only thing you gotta say to him is Gloria. Like, that's it. He coming. And she knows what buttons to push. She listed off a whole bunch of things. And the minute he said Gloria, oh yeah.
Exactly.
Child. Do y'all think this is gonna work? Do y'all think that Vic is about to take his daddy out? He might, because this next episode is called Crown Vic. I'm interested to see it.
Vic, I feel like Vic has wanted to get back at his dad regardless. I just don't like the fact that Claudia is trying to manipulate it. I feel like he's going to try to bring him down regardless. And I don't know if he necessarily had it in his mind that he was going to take him out like that. I felt like he was just going to take his business down. But then kind of the seed has been planted. Shoot, who knows?
Right.
If the right circumstance come up, he could.
Support game, and you are a mess. But you know what? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. He said season 1, Janelle was on coke. Season 2, Evelyn. Season 3 is going to be Crystal Meth, and next is going to be Painful. I can't, yo.
Not the meth.
I don't think he's going to be going to no meth. We got to get Janelle off the drugs. Listen, even though I don't like him, and and that's mostly because I don't like to see the split and like brother against brother thing or whatever. And I kept saying I feel like it's gonna be something somewhere down the line that him and his brother have to come back together. I wasn't too sure in the beginning of what it would be, but I think as we see in these episodes, we kind of seeing it coming to that point where it's gonna have to be that. But outside of that, I was not expecting them to put him on no damn H. I ain't even gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be Dahlia. I remember Moochie was saying Dahlia, but then they got rid of Dahlia, so I guess they was like, well, it's gonna be the H, child. So of course we still got this romance going. We partying. She trying to teach Tommy how to dance, but he ain't got no rhythm. We getting the kiss. And then of course he get that text that say he gotta come on and handle business. Any thoughts on this? I was surprised that he told her like, leave when you want to leave. To me, that meant you could stay and wait for me till I get back. But I don't know about if I would have been leaving her at my house. But
Tommy. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they've been planting these seeds for us for a while now. And at some point they had to move it on along and speed it up. And it had to be with her pushing the issue because she's already said no, 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 no. So now it's time for her to say yes, 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 yes. So
yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We knew it was gonna happen all along. We got a little bonding time with Z Mac and JP, and JP, just he's just happy to have Z Mac there with him, and he tell him he going on a date, and he trying to give him a little change, but JP still ain't go look in that drawer to notice that the damn hammer was gone that he had no business putting in the first place. So Tommy told you it's danger out here in these streets to keep this on you, and you literally put it in the drawer and walked away and never looked again.
Yep, and still don't know it's gone. So guess what? If danger came walking up right now, you wouldn't be able to protect yourself because you don't even know it's gone.
Right.
JP.
I said, I guess. So of course, Diamond gets, told what they up against and what they got going on. What's her name? Jenny Sue? She done went and found out the information. As far as they are looking into y'all for some things. So now it's even, more where, okay, yeah, we definitely need to talk to Mr. Damn Lord Child. The way he came down here and grabbed this money, I was like, yeah, it's giving me Fiend. Like, I'm sorry. That was just giving me crack vibes. And then it was like, no, we ain't gonna be making no deals. It's gonna be when I tell you I want the money. And again, you still trying to be on this high and mighty horse. Like, that just annoyed me. Like, you cannot want to have it both ways. You're criminals. You're a criminal too, sir.
Okay, you literally are taking money from criminals. Like, that's extortion. Like, come on, like, you are a criminal. Like, so we all criminals at this point. So let's just call it a day. Now, won't you do something for us that's gonna make this work? To be honest, I would have rather seen what Tommy was gonna do. I know it's crazy, but I would have rather seen how Tommy was gonna handle this rather than for what actually happened, even though I feel like it was necessary for him to go, because I don't think he would have actually done it because he got too much pride. But I just thought that I always wondered what it was going to be when we were seeing it in the trailer, when we saw the blood splatter on them. I wondered.
Right. Yeah, I didn't put the 2 and 2 together that it was going to be this specific scene. If anything, I thought it was going to come down to the wire initially that Tommy was going to take him out, because I just didn't feel like he was going to, be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to work with y'all and bring y'all whatever info you need. I mean, to me, it would have worked out better for him, because Tommy was saying, look, leave with the 50,000 and don't ever come back, or make more than that, get 250,000 and be able to, come and give us more info. But of course, he ain't choose that. Now, Initially, I was thinking it was gonna be Tommy, but then when this part was going and he was standing there doing all that talking, and I remembered that D-Mac said, I gotta go get this shape up because I have a date. I said, please don't tell me D-Mac I'm about to come up in here. And that is, I said, these people never lock the doors. Like, think about it. This could have been his freaking parole officer coming in too. We know how he liked to pop around, and he already was
Okay.
looking funny, trying to figure out what was going on downstairs. So, of course, it ended up being damn D-Mac. And, he looking at it like, I saved you. Who's on me? He don't know this is a damn cop. He just coming and seeing that somebody, got a gun up. So, I
Mm-hmm.
can't blame him. Oh, well, him. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we ain't supposed to use certain words up here. But anyway, we know what happened. But yeah, the way the blood sprayed all over them, and Tommy was like, what did you do?
Okay, no, seriously though, I was like, it had to happen, and plus, he looked like he was about to pull a trigger. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I was with D Mac on this one. He had to go. He didn't know what was going on. He just felt like he was saving his Uncle Tommy life. Forget Diamond, I'm saving my Uncle Tommy.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that was definitely interesting. I mean, they like, what we gonna do now? What we gonna do? Well, that's what Diamond was saying. I don't know. What do they do at this point? This is crazy. Like, y'all doing too much inside of this barbershop. Seriously. And lock the damn door.
Okay, the barbershop is hot.
Mm-mm-mm. So I don't know. Well, I mean, on one hand, problem solved, but on the other hand,
That's
like, are they gonna? I don't even know. Like, what do we do with D-Mac now? We hold him closer, we watch him closer, we keep him closer, or we send him away. Like, what do we do? Are they telling JP about this? I'm glad he going too, though. I ain't gonna lie and say that I'm not. He was just annoying with the hypocrisy, and it was like he was never gonna stop coming. He didn't want to have to, quote unquote, be dirty. He wanted to be above them, but then he still wanted to get their money. So, I mean,
and he was
really, where
taking
do you
money
go
from
with
the
that?
friends too. Remember, he
Right,
was saying, like, bitch, you
exactly.
ain't nowhere near on the up and up. Like, you
Yeah,
are the definition of criminal, but you the worst kind of criminal because you the criminal that's hiding behind the badge.
exactly, exactly. So yeah, y'all, that was basically the episode. I'm definitely interested to see what the heck you said D-Mac not going on his date. Yeah, he definitely is not going on that date. Okay, he ain't getting no haircut either. That's out. Um Yeah, I'm interested to see what's gonna be next. I think that you think those guys from Treason is gonna come back with anything towards Jannard now that, because remember they was like, nah, we ain't no damn family. After family, like, we on and popping now. But Jannard was saying it, it's no out, just like Duda told Nuck is no break. He basically was like, you in this, you in this, you in this for life. Like it ain't no quitting is only one way to quit, so to speak. So, do you
Yeah.
think they be coming back and now we gonna be at war with them?
Mm-hmm. Cause everybody up in here some flip floppers. I don't know if they finna go back over here to, try to go back to CBI. Like they finna try, like what's his name? Say they about to have betrayal. Like I don't know. Like they're about to start their own little
Mm-hmm.
group. Like seriously,
Yeah, more than likely they are.
it's
More than
crazy.
likely they are. And we see Grandma says she ain't telling, but Grandma might try to come and blow damn Janard on her own. We said we think Grandma got a little gangster in her.
Okay, with the cauliflower head, she gonna come
Oh,
exactly who he
God.
was.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Matthew, straight
I
pancake.
I don't know. We may see um what the heck is the support game I'm talking about? I swear you be throwing me off with your comments. So I don't know, y'all. I think we may see those other half of treason possibly coming back at him. I doubt they're gonna be successful, but probably making an attempt. Whether we still gonna see Shanti in his corner or not, are we actually gonna see him and Diamond coming together? In
I
this
think
next
Shanti
episode,
gonna go to Diamond,
you
and
think so?
yeah, I think Shanti gonna flip on Jannard just because Jannard ain't moving right. I don't think she gonna want
Mm-hmm.
to, but I think she ain't gonna have no choice because I think
Mm-hmm.
because she always talking about the good of every, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she always thinking about the soldiers and telling
Mm-hmm.
him, like, if you do this, they not gonna this. If you do this, but
Mm-hmm.
he don't never listen to that stuff. And I feel like
Right.
for the good of the group, that's she
Mm-hmm.
gonna do what she have to do because
Yeah.
Jannard ain't gonna, he ain't gonna do right. So
Yeah, I definitely see that too. Kendall said Janard is going to unalive grandma. That's what I was initially thinking with her saying that she could identify him, but being as though the cop says she was refusing to talk, I didn't know if that meant that, he would be leaving her alone. Because if not, grandma run. Okay, I definitely still would not still be there. And Monique Johnson says the barbershop gonna get raided at some point. I could see that. One, because the cops is basically hot on them and gathering more and more info. And like I said, the last time that parole officer was there, he definitely was looking like, okay, why is it activity? Why is it people from coming from downstairs? What they got going on there? So definitely could see that. And as far as Vic, mm, I could see him making this attempt on his daddy life. Now, is he gonna be successful? That's a whole nother story. But the name of the episode is Crown Vic. So what does that mean, yeah? What does that
is
mean?
that Vic about to take the crown. So something
Right.
gonna
And
happen
that's
to
what
Doc.
kills me because Claudia's going so hard, but when it's all said and done, and I know it might have been to Marcus Vaughn, I don't remember. Shout out to him because he be leaving a bunch of comments that might have said that she's gonna be the one to take Brandon out. And I can see that. That's fine. But even if she takes him out, he's still not that top person that's from Dublin. Like it's still this whole culture that they have where they don't see women as rulers. So you're still not going to have their respect. So my thing is if Vic does take him out or even if she takes him out, that still don't mean they're going to put her in charge. You
Exactly.
know
And
what I
if you
mean?
think about it, right now, Vic has nothing to live for to not want to be a part of the game. And all he got is this. So I can see him, like, if he get the opportunity, he'll take over because he don't want his daddy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so he would definitely do it. And it's not like he has a Gloria to try to pull him back, like pull him out the game and nothing like that. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, y'all. But I appreciate all of y'all coming through. Thank y'all. Shout out to Matthew Wilson, support gaming in here with all these daggone jokes. He bringing in Doctor Strange. Vic be getting help from him. Renee Beckham, Kendall, Monique 69 Ways. Definitely appreciate you. Um, Matthew Wilson. I don't know if I missed anybody, y'all. But Moochie, we miss you and can't wait to have you back so we can
Yes.
get into some more of these breakdowns and get your insights on, what's going down. I have Queens in the building. I got my Queen shirt on today. So definitely appreciate all of y'all. And anybody that watch on the replay, let us know replay game that y'all came by. Tell us what y'all rated the episode, what y'all like, didn't like, all that good stuff. Put it in the comments. Let us know what y'all think gonna happen on the next episode. Put it all in the comments, y'all.
Yes.
EJ, what's going on? What's happening next that the people should be looking out for?
Child, I don't even be knowing what's happening next on my channel, to be fair. I'm just gonna keep doing the reviews for whatever shows that I'm doing right now. And that's pretty much it until I figure out some other stuff. And just the stuff that we do together is pretty much where I'm at right now. So we got Zatima coming up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If Mochi is feeling better, we're gonna have the Bobby Brown story. If she's not feeling better, we're gonna push it again because we can't do movie night without Mochi. And then but that's really it. And then rinse and repeat. We don't have the Shy anymore, so I guess
Right.
just Power. And
Mm.
I don't know, I gotta find something else to look at.
Yeah, I've actually been watching a lot of things, but I'm like, I can't cover everything. But I did put some updates in my community tab. I don't know, how many actually store it, but some changes in the schedule. So typically the first Saturday is when I do self-care Saturdays and what you should be watching. I think I'm gonna do that next Saturday. And then the second Saturday is when I'm gonna try to do trivia because I was like just getting over a cold myself too, so I had to cancel the last one and the one that I was supposed to do before that. I had took a little time off, much needed self care for myself and to celebrate, my sister's birthday. So it was some changes that had to be done with that. We normally do the fourth Sunday is Throwback Sunday, but again, because our girl Moochie was there, I could not do it. Okay. So when she is feeling more better, we're gonna set up for something for that, and that's gonna continue, on a regular how it was, the fourth Sunday of every month, of course. And was there any other one? I think that was it. So for me, the team of course tomorrow is myself and EJ. We doing that. If y'all watch that come through. And the only other thing is that in October the Oval and Sisters come back, and I guess I'll be talking about that. So it's like I lose two and I'm gonna pick up two. I kind of wanted to talk about American Horror Stories because I was doing that before, but I honestly don't know if I could fit it in. And I don't know if you guys watched it. I know some of y'all not into horror, but I actually watched oh gosh, now I can't even think of the name of it. I'll put it in my community tab. But I watched like an alien movie that was on Hulu last night. They did a really good job with that. I was up watching that like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh God,
What happened? What'd you say it was?
it was like a alien movie that was on Hulu.
Was it on Hulu? Was it the
yes.
about the girl?
Yes, I can't think of the name.
I know exactly because
I'm gonna put it in the community tab because I really thought that was good. The first episode of American Horror Stories was alright so far, and Continental first episode was good so far. So just in case y'all looking for things to watch, those are three that I would tell y'all to check out. But other than that, that's it for now. Moochie, you ain't got nothing to be sorry about. We miss you too. We can't wait till get better. That's what's important. Everybody's catching these colds right now. You got to be real careful with this weather change and everything else like that. So,
absolutely,
yeah.
But we're gonna be right here waiting on you.
Going nowhere. So, we'll be back and we gonna have a whole bunch of good stuff, in store. But thank y'all for rocking with us. We gonna catch y'all on the next one, y'all. Too.